It's probably the thing that no Rangers fan wanted to hear, but James Tavernier says he cannot wait for the testimonial. Welcome back to the channel. We've got exact quotes from after the game against St Johnstone, and you know what? It's like, how naive can James Tavernier be, folks? We're going to dive into these quotes, all that good stuff. Welcome back to the channel. And yeah, it was a chaotic weekend. Obviously, Aberdeen dropped points, Celtic won 5-0, Rangers won 1-0, and other things happened. Scottish Cup happened. But we're here to talk about that Rangers game and James Tavernier's quotes. And before we dive into them, it's like, you would honestly think these players are blind. It's like, does James Tavernier never hear, right? Like, what people have said to him? I mean, obviously he did, because the whole thing at Ibrox a couple of months ago, right? And among other things. It's just no good enough. You know what I mean? And James Tavernier must know that his days are numbered, man. This guy never get used to taking out the team. And you know what? The guy hasn't been getting taken out the team even when he was below par, but I'm talking about when he was good. You know? But this is what he said, and I quote, "I still feel fitter than ever. The stats and the numbers I put in are still right up there." End of quote. Right, he can feel fitter than ever, but anyone with a brain cell can see that he's not. I mean, the guy's what, 32, 33? I think he is 33 now. Right, he's 33. See, as a fullback, you can't be doing what Tavernier does. Now, to be fair, I think there is a lot of fullbacks that have, you know, went pretty decent into their... I mean, Dani Alves must be, what, 41? I know, obviously, recently, we don't talk about Alves, no. But then you've got Jesus Navas as well, right? Two guys that are, you know, there is players that can do it. But for Tavernier, man, I think he's even beyond them in terms of like the amount of bombing forward he would do. Like, I think James Tavernier is honestly like the ultimate attacking fullback because he's not a defender. At least Alves and Jesus Navas were brilliant defenders. I mean, and before anyone takes it out of context, no, I'm not saying that James Tavernier is better than Dani Alves, right? I'm not. But I think if you actually listen to what I've just said, you can clearly see what I'm going for here. It's like, it's very rare that, like, I mean, look at Kyle Walker. Similar age to Tav, he looks absolutely done this season. Done. Kyle Walker, obviously much better than James Tavernier, right? But it's like the pace goes, the fitness goes, and then the ability to track back. And Tavernier looks done, man. He comes on about the 60th minute. You know, against Nice, he came on against St Johnstone, or he started against St Johnstone, sorry. And it's like, the guy looks done. The guy looks absolutely done. He looks like he's blowing a gasket within being like 4 minutes on the pitch. And I never used to be this guy. You know, I'm getting old. It's unfortunate, man, we're all getting old. I'm 20. I can't believe I'm 24. I still feel about 15. You know what I mean? But we all get older, man. One of those things. And as Carragher said about Casemiro, leave the football for the football leaves you. But James Tavernier's not leaving. Because up next is a quote about the testimonial, brother. Yeah, so let's dive into these testimonial quotes. And James Tavernier said, and I quote, "Obviously, I'll complete this season. And then that Rangers testimonial is on the cards." End of quote. So, yeah, I mean, if anyone thought that James Tavernier was going to be moved on in January, you're strongly mistaken. That's just not going to happen. I mean, honestly, it's just... You know, see this, I'm fitter than ever. I know I'm going to complete this season. That testimonial's on the cards. Here, James Tavernier, right, has got a contract to see it to a testimonial, so he's well within his rights to do that. But see this like delusion from some players, man, that think everything's hunky dory when it's just not. I don't get it. I mean, some comment said only cares about his individual stats, never a captain. Get him in the Belgian waffle route. Yeah, I mean, that tells you all you need to know. The guy, they're out of their depth, and the naivety is honestly off the charts. It's ridiculous. And I think that just stems down from the top. It's like when Come normalises losing and drawing and, you know, just lying to us. I mean, if the manager lies to you and the captain lies to you, then the rest of the team are probably going to lie to you, you know what I mean? No idea what's going on behind the scenes, but it's just the fact that at a club like ours, it's one thing, right, if you're on top and you're winning, right? And James Tavernier, we're keeping him. A guy that's, like, even if we were in Celtic's position, right, and we were just keeping James Tavernier to, like, you know, get him the testimonial. I'd accept it. Even though I think there would definitely well and truly be an argument for, we know it, we're Rangers Football Club, why are we keeping a guy past his best? We should be moving him on and trying to improve. You know, we've seen it in the past with certain players, like trying to get, like, I think most notably I can remember is like Martin Keown at the end of the Invincible season, like they were just bringing him on as a sub, like 2 minutes to go, in order to get enough appearances to get the medal. But I think that's fair enough, you know what I mean? But, and it's like, James Forrest as well, like he's getting older, you know what I mean? And I think James Forrest is still a decent footballer, but you see with James Forrest, it's like, Celtic could have moved them on a long time ago, but because they're constantly winning, it's like you don't really need to, you know what I mean? And he's just along for the trophies and the medals. And I think when you're winning, it's alright to keep the stragglers along, but in order to evolve and actually continue to win, you need to also improve your squad. And for Rangers, man, keeping guys like Tav, who are past it, but it's like, oh, you know, it's alright if we're losing and not winning trophies, let's keep him for his testimonial. Screw his testimonial, alright? It's just some match. See, at the end of the day, no one's remembered for their testimonial. You know, see that Alan McGregor testimonial we get beat 2-1 by Newcastle at the start of last season? Who remembers that? You know, no one remembers that. I remember Alan McGregor, right? And all the saves he ever done for us in the past. You know what I mean? I remember the trophies. I remember the man of the match performances. I remember that save against Slavia Prague. You know, what wonder save, man. I remember that save he did for Griffiths in the COVID season, and it tipped onto the post. I remember the saves he made, and he claimed he never made them so we could get a goal kick. That's a legend. That's an icon. You know what I mean? I remember that. So see, testimonials, yeah, they're nice for the player. But see, for us as fans, I don't care about them. I care about winning. And I'd rather our fucking players care about winning trophies than getting to their testimonial. And it's unacceptable, man. That pisses me off.